Welcome to Miss Adiation Divination. Welcome and smile. It is 5:52 p.m. It is April 17th, which is really Happy New Year's for 2025. For those that know, April showers bring May flowers. May we spring into forward action. I am a 3 in a third dimensional world, living in a 5 in action. I am the change and current change. Embracing it, a part of it, a total force of nature. From the 9th ward, because I'm from a 9th plateau, living in this world. Welcome. As unbelievable as I may sound, I am humane and a total spiritual being. And that being stated, this is why I have been preserved and kept in my nature and willing to fight for the life in me and of us all. Because of the things that I'm going to share with you now, that I created Welcome at Smile in purpose of. However, due to some evil deities and some wicked people, I've been deterred and detoured, but I ain't been destructed. Because the divination in my nature allows my flesh to thrive and strive. I got it like that. Pat-ow. You hear me now? Well, welcome and smile. These messages are truly satisfying and meaningful, and I hope to inspire you in love with the love I have for life in us all that exuberates and overflows my soul. I share this intellectual fact of matter that then can bring a consciousness to your spiritual being that allows growth and expansion of yourself, your energy, your mind, and all that we are as a collective in edification. And if you didn't understand the words coming out of my mouth, feel free to find a dictionary, thesaurus, or other source of information that can then provide you the understanding. This is not to offend, this is to uplift. But those with a lower frequency and poor intellect, poor manner, poor spirit, tend to take me poorly and think poorly of what it is that I say. So, that is not the matter. That is not what I'm doing. Welcome. I speak of scientific matter, emotional matter. I testify of what it is I've been through beyond the circumstances, and I bring you energy that you can either feel, embrace, or you're appalled by. Either way, I am here in present time and present matter to live as the present that I know myself to be. Welcome. I love you. Sincerely. So, I understand that as a kinetic force, we move in hertz. We are a currency, a unit. I am a unit measured by wave frequency, fact of matter, meaning sodium, potassium, iron, my bloodline, all the things that compose the human body, to a degree and a measure that only this unit has individually, as you do. So what in me creates lactose intolerance, in you is necessary or welcomed. See? Are you capiscing now? Comprendiendo? Are you understanding the words coming out of my mouth? Well, the small mind seems to understand that radio waves are measures, and that kinetic energy for the television, computer capabilities that these electro devices have, they don't seem to understand and find the connectivity between themselves as eternal kinetic energy and the measure of frequency and currency that allows the capabilities within their physical being and electromagnetic force that they are. So, that being stated, I operate on a higher frequency that fluctuates based on the measure or matter at hand, regardless of how I'm perceived, received, or the connectivity that is permissible. I am a conductor of forward movement, positivity, evolution, and I promote that. I live in that. That being stated, what is Hertz? Hertz is a label applied by a physicist. My English is not the best, but I will do my best to pronounce these words. So a German physicist made it possible for what I am explaining to you to be depicted and described and characterized in words, and so they labeled it after his last name, Hertz. And so, what is Hertz? Osculation. Osculation is movement, back and forth, or continuous movement in direction that creates then cycles, whether they be predictive or unpredictive cycles. And 1 Hertz is 1 cycle, complete cycle back and forth per second. You wrapping your mind around this? So in 1 second, your back and forth, your rhythmic cycle, your continuous rhythmic cycle is your oscillation in frequency. I vary in frequency. I understand that. But I keep and maintain a high oscillation regardless of what is projected externally. Which is why metabolically, I'm able to burn energy at a high rate. And people say, how can you eat that? Or, well, aside from being conscious to what I eat, my body is continuously burning energy regardless of my physical movement because of the oscillation that I have in energy that I keep mentally, emotionally, and in spirit, the Trinity of thyself. You, as a humane being, can also keep the oscillation, the per cycle, your back and forth cycle, in a rhythmic movement phase, evolutionary, progressive phase of self through awareness of these things. Physics and chemistry that you within yourself can conduce, reduce, eliminate, or produce for oneself. Which makes that electric magic, that I can give people, that I can create an electric kinetic energy that allows me to illuminate the light bulb or totally shock an electric current, and the system will be zap. So there are delta waves, gamma waves. These are all radioactive or visual waves, sound waves, electromagnetic waves that are categorized and depicted in technology and other objects beside the humane being. However, I know to be a fact of our physical matter and spiritual being that we conduct ourselves in regardless of awareness. A male with a more deeper, as like this, you know, this kind of voice, what we call that radio voice, has a hertz of average 96 when it's measured. And women on average, and what is average? Meaning the collective, what is considered mean, the mean, median, right. So I am of an rare median, but I am. And so because there is an average in society, unfortunately, and there is a spectrum of normality according to society, a woman generally speaks within 165 to 255 hertz. How do I know that? Scientific matter, research, the truth. It's available to you as well. Even though it is limited on internet access due to, they don't want us to know. But what I know, I do want you to know so that you can be in this joyous, eternal energy and ability to stand in self when everything else is wrong for you and around you, but you know that you are right to be yourself. I've been told that, why do I use such big words, or expected to dumb myself down, or to become what is said of thee. That's what makes me at war, because I am at war with the spirit and the flesh. So for someone else to bring to me caca when I'm dealing with enough, I ain't having it. That doesn't make me aggressive, absolutely defensive, but not in a form that is going to hurt myself or you. Totally with the shits if necessary, but not the point of life. Not this life. Not life as I understand it to be. Are you welcome now? You're welcome, baby. You're welcome to be satisfied and all of that. Now, let's talk about oscillation is a verb. Isn't a verb in action? Right. So you are in action of your rhythmic, complete cycling per second. I could go on, but people don't really like it when I dissect or depict things in a more literal manner. So this is me presenting to you my presence in matter and why I matter beyond the circumstances and what people think. And no, I don't have a formal college degree, but being self-studious is absolutely worth it. Pick up a book. My best advice to anyone else that doesn't understand what comes out of my mouth and chooses to say negative things because they feel negative about what they don't understand in another person. Understanding is a gift. And if you don't have it, give it to yourself. Go learn something. You don't need to go to school for that. Now, what I don't know how to do choreography, but I really like this song, and I don't have the copyrights to it because YouTube be doing all kind of things, but shake it to the max. Right. Me, I shake it to the max. Total kinetic frequency, perfectly imperfect, loving you in life for the life in us all.